Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about smart contracts, contracts that are smart. So let's take our use case. Our friends Elon, Bill, and Jeff think of starting a mining company, mining business. So all three of them become miners and start mining diamonds. Now, whenever they mine diamonds, they start collecting diamonds. They put it in a bucket or a secured place where nobody can touch it. They decided that they would wait for all these diamonds to be 100 before they will start distributing. So Ilan said, what if there are no, we never reach 100 diamonds? There are no diamonds, not more than 100 or 99 or less than 100. What do we do? In that case, they decided that they're going to donate all the diamonds to the government. So this is the agreement that they reached to. If total diamonds collected are greater than or equal to 100 diamonds, then we will distribute amongst ourselves, like they will distribute amongst themselves. Else, if they were not able to collect more than or equal to 100 diamonds, then return the diamonds back to the government. This is what they decided. Because they wanted to create a legal agreement between them for this to happen, they did not go to the legal route, but they created a contract on the on a blockchain. And this contract that is created on a blockchain is known as smart contract. So smart contracts are simply programs stored on a blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. In this case, if the first condition is met, then they will distribute amongst themselves. Else, if the condition is not met, it will be returned back to the government. Smart contracts are typically used to automate the execution of an agreement so that all participants can be immediately certain of the outcome without any centralized involvement. Remember the word centralized. The whole concept of blockchain is to go decentralized. Therefore, there is an option to automate a workflow that can trigger the action based on the condition. So smart contracts work by themselves following very simple if then else statements as shown here. As you already know, blockchain is a network of computers that execute actions when conditions are met. These actions would result into change of state of the blockchain, right? The blockchain state changes, that means a new block is created. Some of the use cases of blockchain we are going to discuss in the next section. But then the benefits of these smart contract is speed because it's deployed on blockchain decentralized network, efficiency. You don't have to waste paper or have a lawyer, a court and stuff. It's a contract that's written, immutable. You can trust the contract. It's transparent and it's secured because once written, these contracts cannot be changed. So how do you write a smart contract? Smart contract is written using a programming language known as Solidity. Solidity is a programming language that you can write smart contracts on. Generally or mostly, Solidity writes the smart contract on Ethereum network. Now, technically, Bitcoin network also has smart contracts, but they are intentionally meant for just storing the data, not running a programming language like if then statement. This is It appears to be an intentional move by the Bitcoin developers of making it Turing incomplete. Now, don't get into the details. Very simple. Turing incomplete meaning they don't have all the functionalities that the programming language would give them. So Bitcoin did not support a Solidity smart contract. Now, smart contracts are written on Ethereum platform and also known as decentralized agreements. So let's look at the characteristics of a smart contract. The first is it's a simple program, right? It's a set of if then else statements written in a programming language. They are decentralized agreements. That means agreements, contracts that are executed on a decentralized platform without the need of the third party. An immutable contract. So a contract once written, it cannot be changed. These smart contracts are set of instructions between not just two parties, but multi parties. For example, in this case, we have three people involved. So it's a if then else statement between two or more parties. Obviously, Bill and Elon can decide to have their agreements as well written on a smart contract. They are fraud proof, obviously immutable. Once written, you cannot change it. And they are typically written on Ethereum network. So Solidity programming language we will be learning as part of this course that I'm going to be developing over a period of time where you would learn how to write smart contract on Solidity. Now, let's look at some use cases of smart contracts. Some of the use cases of smart contracts include DeFi, decentralized finance, registering a vehicle, sending notification, issuing tickets, lot of other smart smart cases, smart contract use cases. So you have decentralized finance, insurance. You want to create or have insurance for homes. If you want to have insurance for healthcare, your auto, all of these insurance can now be written on the blockchain using smart contract. How? There is something known as non-fungible tokens, NFT, which I'm going to discuss in the next video. But you can write your smart contracts as an agreement like a car title, vehicle registration, multiple paperwork that you do normally on piece of paper or through mail. You can do that as a smart contract. Supply chain. This is a big use case wherein there is a direct connection between the producer, the manufacturer, the distributor, the retail, and the consumer. So for example, in case of automotives, the OEM, which is the original equipment manufacturers, that means car manufacturing companies like Tesla, GM, Ford, and others, they can use smart contracts while they transport the vehicles from their plants to the dealers, to the consumers, and in case of defect, they can identify in a very smart way where this defect has occurred. Supply chain is one of the major use cases of the smart contracts. Copyright protection, music industry, movies, a piece of art, all of these can be protected using smart contracts. We'll see as and when we develop the Solidity understanding, how do you write a program, we will talk about all of these. Digital identity. You can create a digital driver license or a passport maybe in the future on a smart contract that can be not changed. It is immutable. You cannot change it. And crowdfunding. So for example, I want to create or I want to use crowdfunding for my startup. So I can use something like Kickstarter or any other platform that supports startups, wherein I would say that I need $2,000 before I can run or start my company. So as and when investors start pushing in data or the dollars onto the smart contract, unless and until, again, if then else, if the crowdfunding dollar value is not $2,000 in my case, I would not get the 2,000. The Kickstarter program would hold the 2,000. And after the end of the a prescribed date, if I do not hit 2,000, it's going to revert back all the money collected to the original donors. I won't get it because it did not meet the criteria. So these are some of the methods, and we are just building it up. In the next few set of videos, I'm going to talk to you how do you create smart contracts